Radio V. Radio in TV.
Radio in TV.
There you go, little metal allegiance to start out that show, followed by a little fast version of Tank on 78 speed, Phil Hounds of Hades, of course, if you guys had recognized that. I got my lovely guest, co-host, Jasmin St. Clair. No guest. No guest today.
I am the guest.
I feel so naked and alone and afraid.
Well, you're not
any
naked.
guests.
But
well, how do you know what I'm wearing
You're not
behind
naked,
here?
trust me, Bob, and you're not alone.
So Jasmin and I are just going to take over the show. In fact, I'm sure Jasmin's going to pretty much take over.
Yes.
We might need a helping hand from Mr. Jake, our producer. He'll chime in here and
He's
there,
doing
I'm
phone
sure.
sex right now.
Yeah, he does that. He's good at that. He makes a lot of money, I've heard.
You know what I wish would happen one day?
Speak.
In the movie Airheads, which is the best metalhead
She's
movie
already
of
getting
all
into the
time,
movie
I know.
Wow.
But okay, what would be awesome
All
is
right.
if there was someone outside with a gun, like a fake gun, of course, a water gun, just holding up the station to play their album.
Yeah.
That's flattering because it means that people actually like your show and they listen to it and all that stuff.
Very
Plus,
cool.
Brendan Fraser was hot then.
Yeah? Wasn't he in like 90210 or one of the Melrose Place or one of those? He was in one of those things.
No, the girl in the movie
one of
was
that?
Amy
Oh.
Locane.
Oh,
She
I
was
don't know.
hot.
I don't know. I have no idea who these guys are. Anyway, so we're just gonna totally wing it. I figure we got three choices.
Yes.
Jasmin could tell about her whole life story, starting from their humble beginnings in New York, and spend the whole hour talking about nothing but Jasmin St. Clair. What do you think about that?
Ooh, well, I don't know. I mean, okay, we could talk a little bit about it. I can't talk about anything lecherous or anything criminal because certain things have statute of limitations. Like with white collar, it's 7 or 8 years statute of limitations. Murder, it's a lifelong thing.
She knows all this stuff.
Of
all
course
right,
I do.
Choice number 2. Me, I could entertain the audience with 40 Armenian folktales.
No!
But that'll take about a 6.5 hour show, and I'm sure Jake wouldn't mind hanging out for 6.5
he's not.
hours.
No, he's not.
Hey, the folktales are very
Or
entertaining.
we could talk about ourselves.
and
Or we could
chicks
talk about
dig
everything.
them. I'm telling you, Jake. So
Just to get you laid.
I will recite it. I'm hoping, if it'll take a 6.5 hour show, but it'll be worth it, Jake. We'll get all the women loving it. I tell you.
What kind
chicks
of women?
dig the folktales. So that's choice number
We
3.
just talk about everything because we're awesome.
Or choice number 3, we'll have the callers call in. What do you think about that, Jake?
Yes.
You got the phone line open, Jake? Let's do that. Let's
Yeah,
have
you
callers
actually already
call
have
in.
a call.
Oh, we do?
Oh,
Oh,
great.
wow. Look at already. Well, that's what we're going to do. This is a free-for-all
Yes.
show. So here we go. Caller, you're on the air with Jasmin St. Clair and myself. Speak. Oh, I hear
Hi, how are
breathing.
ya?
Oh, good. How you doing?
What?
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Jasmin, how are you?
Good. How are you?
One of your suckers
Good. You are my friend. You're my friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd call in.
What's your name on Facebook?
My name is Ed.
Oh, at Benavides?
Yes.
Well, she is
absolutely
really
right.
good at this.
Thank you. I know exactly who you are because I look at your little comments and you say very lovely, wonderful things to me. It's quite an honor to be speaking with you right now.
Well, no, it's an honor to speak to you because I think you're adorable.
Thank you.
Well, what about me, Ed? What do you think about me, huh?
I haven't met you.
Well, I'm adorable. Come on. Well, do you have a
Well, I also
question?
wanna say-
Do you have a question for Jasmin, pertaining to metal, hopefully?
Heavy metal?
Yes.
Well, what's your favorite band?
Oh my God, that's like a fully loaded question. King Diamond, Cannibal Corpse, Arch Enemy. I like old school Cinderella. I like old school Van Halen. I like Sepultura. It was like it's Dimmu Borgir, of course, like old Dimmu Borgir, but dissection. It's a really
Very broad.
it's a
influence.
huge list of stuff. Yes,
Wow.
I want to wear Rob
All
Halford's
right,
skin.
that sounds good.
Does he sound like Godfrey or what? What's the guy's
No,
name?
no, his name is Ed. He's a
you
real
know the
guy.
actor I'm thinking of.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert.
No,
Gilbert
doesn't.
Gottfried.
Are you going to be in Vegas this weekend? I have an
Yeah,
appearance.
I'm going to be in Vegas to meet you. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I'll be there.
I love it. That's a
I have an
total
appearance
joke.
on Sunday in Vegas. Well, I can't wait to meet you. This is going to be great. Maybe I'll skin you and wear your flesh if you're lucky. This is awesome. I
Wow.
love it.
Look at Jasmine's
love
meeting
it.
new
Right
friends.
there. Awesome. All right. I'll
Well-
see you there.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for calling. Have fun.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right.
I'm really not going to skin anyone and wear their skin, just to be clear about that.
I wouldn't doubt if you would. So, any other? Did you say we had another call? We're
No.
good. All right.
So what's
Go
up,
ahead.
what's up with the Key Club? Like, I love the Key Club. That was the best
That's
place for
gone.
shows and
It's
like
Live Oak
House
now.
of Blues. I know.
It's all hip hop.
It just sucks. So,
House
like,
of
this-
Blues is going to be hotels, and the only thing left on the Strip really is the whiskey. And the Roxy just basically rents out for big private events. They don't do a whole lot of at least rock shows from what I understand. There's the number there,
The Will Turn.
855-878-4652.
I have big privates. Does that mean that they will rent their place out to me?
Yes. They,
Are you
well,
crazy?
Oh wait, not that type
You're-
of big privates. Never
Well,
mind.
you're going to have to show us, Jake. Put the camera down on you and show all our fans, all our million-plus viewers out there.
So yeah, I mean King Diamond's next month. That's at the Will Turn. That's going to be great to see King Diamond, considering that he had some issues with
Yeah,
his
I mean,
health
everything's
before.
going downtown. I mean, Opeth is
Fuck
playing
that.
the Orpheum.
The
And-
Orpheum?
Yeah, that's a kind of
Whoa.
I mean, it's all seated. It's like a theater, it's like the Mayan. In fact, Ghost is playing the Mayan. I think they're
On
like
the 26th.
On the 26th, same night as Loudness at the Whiskey. So
See, I
there is
like
some good
both. I'm
stuff.
probably going to go see both, hit up both shows for
Yeah.
sure.
I
You
know
know?
Jonas was talking about hooking up for Ghost, so we'll probably go to that. It's such a distance to go downtown to the Whiskey. I do want to see Loudness. So I
We
haven't
could
seen
just
them
Uber it.
in-
Jonas is a
True,
ghost,
but-
actually.
Yes, but no, go Loudness. I used to see them back in the day. They're amazing. Ghosts, I really don't. I mean, they're good. I don't see. I kind of almost agree with Kerry King, as I don't see that there's anything very special about them.
Well, Slayer is great too, but maybe there's some people that don't think there are very special things about Slayer either. So
that's
it go
true.
50-50.
no, but
I
he
love
just kind of
Ghost.
said, yeah, their image is great,
Yeah.
but the music is. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. It's nothing mind blowing. I mean, I've heard so much better, but they put on a good show, and it'll be fun. So, Opeth should be good. Who else is coming?
Ghost
along?
is like old school Merciful Fate with a touch of doom. Speaking of which, like with doom metal, you have bands like Orchid.
They don't sound that much like
Devil.
Merciful Fate, though. I don't think they sound more
Yeah.
70s, like
Like I said, a bit
Blue
of
Oyster
doom.
Cult
No,
or
doom with Merciful Fate.
yeah. They seem happier. They don't seem too dooming to me, anyway.
You know who I like? I like Witchcraft Coven. I know that's a band we haven't heard of in ages. Remember them with Jinx?
I remember
Is
Witchcraft.
this more metal for you? No, Witchcraft Coven.
Okay.
I met those guys too, Witchcraft.
Ah.
I've met a
interesting.
lot of really interesting
know
people
Witchery.
doing this. Yes, but they've
Swedish
not
band.
played. What shows are coming up anyway to
let
go
me see
to?
what else we got. What I jotted down a few shows. You know who's actually pretty cool? Well, Armored Saint is going to be back. They're doing a
Mm. Yes.
big show in Corona on the 13th, I believe.
Satanic
No, the
Hispanics?
14th in some club in Corona. So that'll be their last show for a while. So
Oh, that's
any
what
of
they
you guys
all
that
say.
haven't caught Armored Saint, no, I believe they will. They're done kind of with the tour, and they're kind of winding down. So they finished the festivals in Europe. So check them out in Corona. I can't remember the place on the 14th.
I think it's like they don't serve alcohol there. It's for kids mostly.
Oh, is it?
You
No,
know,
I
or
don't-
people in AA or something.
I have no idea. Oh, Mac Babbitt is playing at
Who?
the Halloween at the Whiskey. Have
Who?
you ever seen Mac Babbitt? They're the Mac. Is that Mac?
Is that
Mac
the guy who
Sab-
I wanted to kick that came in
It's
here that
the
day?
guy. It's the Black Sabbath tribute band that dresses like McDonald's characters.
No,
But they're actually pretty.
pass.
I thought they were
No.
like a joke. I actually saw them up in Northern California, up
Mm-hmm.
in Chico. And I just went to, this is going to be, this is going to be a joke, whatever. But I'll go check it out and listen to some Sabbath songs, listen to them slaughter the songs. But they did the best job. They were absolutely the best Black Sabbath tribute I have ever seen musically. They played it awesome. Of course, the lyrics are all, Ronald McDonald kind of lyrics. They're all dealing with McDonald's. But they're actually a fun band to see live. So if you're around Halloween, check that out.
Oh, is
That's
that
at the
them?
Whiskey. Yeah, there he
I
is.
don't know. You see,
He's-
like,
look
I
at
just
Jake. He's
I don't
got
know.
it right out.
I think I'll see
Yeah.
King Diamond and Ghost and
And
I'll
I
be
don't
good.
know how the Grimace is able to play bass like that, but he plays just like Geezer. It's amazing.
Looks like he's wearing maternity pants or something.
I don't know. But they're the Hamburglar on drums.
Do you know what these guys look like without their outfits on?
Yeah, I was talking to the drummer backstage. Really cool.
Oh, look
guy.
at him go.
Yeah, see, there
You know,
go.
this might be
he
worth
does
checking
the,
out.
Ronald McDonald Ozzy. It's a fun band. You should go. Yeah, you're familiar with them, right, Jake? Have you never seen them, huh?
Well, that was my first show was Black Sabbath, Mob
Yeah, you
Rules.
told me
Yeah,
that.
my babysitter took me. It was really cool, and then I wanted to go out to see other shows. Another time I snuck out to go to a concert, and the fucking neighbors blew my cover because I was climbing up the fire escape to my apartment, and it was just horrible. I had police in my living room.
Oh,
I was underage at the time, too.
interesting. All right, so callers.
Yes.
Yeah, we need callers to call in 855-878-4652. Now, you want to talk about movies, Miss Sinclair, some metal movies.
Yeah, I said Airheads because that had a lot to do, and I think it has a lot to do with back then in that era where we had really cool radio
I'll
stations.
tell you right now,
What?
right clear, the greatest metal movie ever made.
Spinal Tap?
If you guys, well, that absolutely that.
Yes.
If you want to call it metal, but yeah, that was pretty metal. Greatest metal movie apart from Spinal Tap, Fubar.
Fubar. See, I didn't see that. What was it
Fubar
about?
and Fubar 2, Balls to the Wall.
Who is
you
in it?
You gotta see it. It's these two Canadian guys. It's absolutely brilliant. Just rent it. Fubar.
Like Canadians in it?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that.
No, you'll love it.
Fuck
It is-
Canada. Dude, I had a warrant
This-
from my arrest in Canada for 8 years. I do not like Canada.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you'll like this. You'll like Fubar. Fubar's great.
Airheads was good because they wanted their music played to put it out there. Nowadays, with these, like the way the internet is and everything, that screwed stuff up, it takes away from that whole thing of like having a radio station, having videos on MTV, and all the live shows. I don't
Speaking
know.
of movies and Halloween, you remember that movie Trick or Treat?
Mm-hmm.
You do. That like came and went. That was like wow, you really
I
were
love
into
Trick.
that
I
movie.
like the soundtrack.
Fastway
Yeah,
did the
I have
song.
the thing on
And
on
Ozzy was
cassette.
in it. And I can't find that movie anywhere. I was trying to look it up somewhere.
You know what? It's interesting because like Halloween is the only time of the year that some fat chick could wear the skimpiest, tightest clothes and get away with it because it's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So
Speaking of metal movies, they
Yes.
just put out. I see Decline has been on TMC or TM, one of those.
Penelope Spears.
Yeah,
She's great.
They've been doing the first and the first one obviously on Punk, and the second one the Metal Years. So that's been all over.
I saw
TV,
that.
And they just reissued it on a box set on DVD.
That was an amazing movie, and of course Wayne's
That was-
World.
Yeah,
With a
Wayne's
cable
World.
access
And
show.
Wayne's World 2.
Yeah, I think like Ed O'Neill was in one of those. He had like
Yes,
a
of
cameo.
course. Bundy. No, he had a pretty. Oh, was he? Yeah, he was in that. And I'm thinking of what was the one that he had a pretty big role? Ford Fairlane, of course. He was the Disco King. You remember? Booty time, booty time. Anyway, that
He's
was
the
Al
man,
Bundy.
though. I
you
love
remember
Ed
that,
O'Neill.
right, Jake?
I do remember that one. I
Okay.
actually remember like a lot of heavy metal movies, like
comment on
Heavy
this,
Metal
Jake.
Parking Lot.
Yeah,
I
I,
mean,
love that movie. There were
Well, I
so
don't
many
think that was
mullets
an
in
actual
that.
movie. I think that
Okay,
was just some guy
sure, but
filmed
it showed you an
yeah.
entire lifestyle that if you didn't know that existed,
it-
that was amazing.
1986 Judas Priest concert or something, and
Oh yeah.
it was like in Virginia or someplace. Yeah.
I remember a big movie called The Gate. Do you guys remember The Gate?
What was that about?
That was the movie that
Oh,
was
Lizzie Borden was in it, I think.
Huh?
Lizzie and Blackie Lawless, right?
yeah, correct.
What
Yes,
was it?
Yes.
Was it?
So it's a movie about like subliminal lyrics in music making your kids do things. It was
That's right.
like they took those congressional hearings and they turned them
The
into like a
PMRC
scary
thing.
movie.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think Lizzie Borden had a role in that, and so did Blackie Lawless.
I gotta
thought
watch
they
this
did,
now. Like when
They
they
did.
had that PMRC, it was such bullshit because like I think more like 15 or 16 years of parenting goes into what your kids do than like 5 minutes of whatever a Black Sabbath song. But-
Agreed for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy to think that that could really make you do something.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna go worship the devil.
Yeah, the scares that went through America then were ridiculous. Another good one from back then was oh man, it was with Alice Cooper and
Prince of Darkness? No. Army of the Damned?
Monster Dog.
What?
Monster
I
Dog.
never
Yeah,
heard of
Monster
that.
Dog.
What's that?
It was like a
Alice Cooper was in it?
yeah, it was an Alice
Really?
Cooper movie, And
Wow.
I'll see if I can find a trailer for it real quick,
Huh.
because it was great. It was very funny.
Speaking of movies coming back, well, not necessarily a metal movie, but one of my all-time favorite movies, Dazed and Confused.
Yes, I love that movie.
They're
That
actually
was so
making
cool.
a sequel.
Are
I
they?
hear. Richard Linklater.
Oh, I love it. I love that
doing it.
movie.
That's I get a little bit weary about sequels because sometimes they're not as good. But hopefully, this being 15 years later, I'm sure he's got to have a different cast.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if it's supposed to be like kind of a continuation from like 1976 or
I want to be in a
77,
movie
but-
like that. That'd be really cool. You'd probably get high on set real fast from like all this sense of the stuff. Well, not that it's real
Absolutely.
weed, but
so how we doing as far as Stone Age is another classic.
I didn't see it.
Oh, God!
See,
I
I'm
watched
missing
this.
on all these movies.
If you like Dazed and Confused, it's about the late '70s in Torrance and Pacific PV, Palos Verdes, about a bunch of metal kids just going to parties and stuff. Awesome movie.
I found the trailer for Monster Dog. If you want to let us take
Yes.
it to
Let's show it.
We'll
Go
take
ahead.
it to a commercial break. How's
There
that?
you go.
yes,
Perfect.
Jake.
It's 20 years later, and Vince Raven is going home. He's hoping for a new beginning, but somehow he can't escape the horror of his past. And now, things are really getting hairy.
Sometimes I'm James Bond. Sometimes I'm Billy the Kid. Sometimes I feel like Sherlock Holmes. Sometimes I feel like Jack the Ripper. 'Cause I got an image out of control. Identity crisis. I saw in the face. Come on, race. Identity crisis. Sometimes I'm on a case. Sometimes I'm shooting back. Sometimes I'm snatching the face. Sometimes I'm looking for clues. Sometimes I'm breaking the law. Sometimes I'm solving the crime. I'm always fast on the draw. I get the girls all the time. 'Cause I got an image out of control. Identity crisis. I saw it in the face. 'Cause I've been erased. Identity crisis.
People say it's only a legend, but no matter how real the story, a legend can't kill. Is he human? Or is he master of the dogs? The terror of your worst nightmare is about to be unleashed. Monster Dog.
We had such a great metal scene in LA in the early 80s. It really was an amazing time to be here.
You go up to Sunset Boulevard and it was just packed. It was like Mardi Gras, heavy metal Mardi Gras.
Our dressing room at the Roxy after we played. I'm looking around and there's Vince Neil passed out in the corner in a pile of his own puke. Yep, we're in Hollywood. We ain't in Alaska anymore.
The epicenter of metal is now happening in Los Angeles.
The UK press was particularly excited by what was going on in the LA and California, and in America in general by the early 80s, because new wave of British heavy metal pretty much ran out of steam.
At that time, there was so much good metal. You know, it was so good because it was so genuine.
In 2002, one motion picture took the world.
I mean, you could feel it. It was electric. The air was filled with something that was going to happen.
Now, in 2010.
At first, they were friendly and hanging out for all fun and games. Then it became competition.
The LA scene was so crowded with musicians, and everybody was getting to know each other. They all started sounding similar to each other because they were hanging out at each other's rehearsal sessions.
Things kind of got polarized, and you know, they're like, you're either part of this group or you're part of that group.
Everybody had their own take on this new form of music.
I don't know what I'm going to do. There's no way if that guy is the new guitar hero that any of us can keep up.
Keep fighting. It's just like getting a deal was just the beginning.
By the time of the early 80s, it was very, very hard to get shows if you were a heavy metal band or hard rock band.
We did some shows over that summer, opening for Armored Saint, and we felt that if we could kind of ride their coattails, maybe there would be hope.
We were in the dressing room next to them, and we heard them discussing their whole thing about they thought they were too heavy for LA and they need to move to San Francisco.
You know, we definitely had a bit of a kind of an identity issue at the time with just not belonging anywhere. You know, we were just outcasts.
We were all on the verge of being homeless.
The music is the music of the wild and the young.
Am I on? There we go. Inside Metal Show, TradioV, with my co-host and guest co-host, Jasmin St. Clair. That's some brand new Slayer there for you. I like the new Slayer album.
Mm-hmm.
Repent. I like it. It's growing on me quite a bit.
I saw them on the Mayhem Festival this summer with King Diamond. Like, my whole purpose was to see King Diamond.
Right. And he's coming back to town.
Yes. It's awesome.
Yeah. You said Anvil's going to be playing in May,
Yeah,
too.
Anvil's going to be around in May. I've never seen them, and I've always wanted to see them. I've wanted to see Accept. Monster Man is like one of my favorite tunes, that whole Russian roulette album.
Well, as I said, that's an odd.
Well, I'm an odd character.
Yeah,
We've
Monster
established
Man,
that.
Yeah, from yes. That's,
and then next week, my friend is in town.
I used to live with that guitar player, Jorg Fischer, the original guitar
player.
player.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That must have been
Great
cool.
guy. I just talked to him the other day, yeah.
So my friend is doing this horror and heavy metal documentary that just got distribution. So I'll be working on that with him.
Oh, what's that called? I think I saw that. I saw the trailer.
Maybe. Well, the first one, we first started shooting it last year, or they started shooting it last year at Kirk von Hammet's Fairfest Evil in San Francisco. It's going to be really cool, but I can't wait for the Inside Metal documentary.
Yes, you guys saw the trailer there for the second one. It's finally getting finished, and we're hoping to do a big screening next month. Hopefully, we just got to, finish up a few little edits and some of the things. So we've kind of been pretty quiet about it, but we're gonna get we're gonna do some big LA screenings, and then of course the beginning of the new year it'll come out on DVD, and so will the thrash metal one that'll follow soon, and we're also working on a San Francisco one as well.
That's gonna be fun
in the process. So we should have 3 big movies out in 2016. So this year was just kind of getting everything together, and then next year we're just gonna bombard people with metal. 2016 is going to be the year for Inside Metal. So
awesome. Does that mean we're going to see like more celebrities wearing like Megadeth shirts and Metallica shirts and like Kiss shirts that don't even know anything about it?
I hope not.
I hope not. Dude, seeing Kanye with a Megadeth shirt, I just
really.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, really? That's just like. I seriously doubt he knows anything about Megadeth.
Yeah, they just pull
If he
out
does,
the
I
shit. You know,
challenge him to
they're-
come
like
on
I said,
here.
They're all trying to cross over. You know, they know metal has the most loyal audience ever, so they're trying to tap into the metal market.
Yeah, well, metal has the most loyal and the hottest fans in the world. Metalheads are hot. Metal chicks are the hottest.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that.
No,
Look at
not
that.
me.
Yes.
No.
Bring your friend in. Is she a metal chick? Go ahead, bring her in.
No,
Cynthia, come
she
on
might be
in.
shy.
Oh. All right. Jasmine's got an entourage of chicks outside just waiting, banging on the doors, waiting to get filmed.
They
right,
want
Jake?
you, Bob, because you said your Armenian folk music gets women. I'm still
This
curious.
is folk tales. Come on, get
Folk
it right.
tale. What do you got? Stuffed animals, like stuffed toy cats? Dude, my stuffed toy cat thinks you're hot,
Yeah, well, there you go.
but she doesn't know any better. So, other than that, like I'm looking forward to Inferno Festival this year too. It's not as strong as the lineup as a couple of years ago when St. Vitus played with Deicide, but it's still like in the
That's
preliminary.
next
of it.
summer?
It's Easter, so it is the first festival
Oh, that's
of
right.
the
You were
year.
saying that.
Yeah.
It must be cold as hell out there in Norway.
No, it's
Easter.
like in the 50s. It's really nice. It's like
50s is pretty
it's beautiful.
cold for us Californians.
I know you.
Here it is like 90 degrees. We're already into mid-October.
I know. What is up with this? But yeah, it's like not so bad. So far they have Mayhem playing, and they've announced a few other headliners. Then Bloodstock's going to shape up really well.
Yeah, cool. Well, I saw some good shows. There's been a lot of good shows lately. AC/DC were absolutely
how is
unbelievable.
that? I wanted to go.
AC/DC at Dodger Stadium. That was, I think, the 27th or 28th of last month. Unbelievable. I was really hesitant because I had seen AC/DC back in the, on the Highway to Hell tour with Bon Scott, and that was like one of the greatest shows I've ever been to. And I've seen them many times since, and I was just afraid that my last show of AC/DC would be horrible, and I couldn't have been more wrong. They had so much energy. Stevie Young, the guitar player, Malcolm and Angus's nephew, was absolutely unbelievable, right on spot. And the drummer, who I didn't really care for playing with AC/DC, Chris Slade, when he had played before, I thought he didn't really, I thought he slowed the band down, but he was right on time this time. It sounded great. Angus was amazing. Brian Johnson sounded great. They did a lot of the old songs, Let There Be Rock. They did Sin City, of course, Highway to Hell. They did Shot Down in Flames. They did a whole lot of Rosie. So it was great. It was a good mix of old and new. I wish I could say the same for Van Halen, but Van Halen was Van Halen was what I expected. And for what everyone said about David Lee Roth, a lot of people said David sounded great. They go, oh, that's David. But to me, it just was a lackluster. Eddie sounded great. He didn't move much, and his son Wolfgang, he played all right, but he just looks funky on stage. It doesn't look like Van Halen. It doesn't seem like Van Halen, and but the songs were good. They played well, so except for David, of course, who just could not. He just can't sing those songs.
He was one of the best frontmen of all time
He
with those
was.
high kicks,
And
that
now
hot
he's,
hair.
I don't know. Well, it's like a circus show what he's doing, but But Marty Friedman at the Whiskey, that was a good show. You know what we saw the other day? The night we met you afterwards at the hotel with Jonas and Toby. Jonas took us out for a band that he directed, who absolutely blew my mind, called the Struts.
Oh, yeah, I heard the Struts, yeah.
Yeah, out of England. And I heard their stuff, and I didn't care. I mean, I thought it was good British pop. I thought they were a good, solid band. Definitely taking a cue from the old, Sweet, Slade, T-Rex, kind of 70s glam. But I tell you, live, they were fucking amazing. Tight, great show, absolutely awesome front man. Definitely, if you see the Struts, definitely check them out. And it was, it was a young audience, kind of a hipster audience. It was at the Troubadour. Place was packed, but it was fun. They were good. I mean, a really, really high energy band. Are you familiar with the Struts, Jake? He's getting back on the
I've
mic
heard
there.
of them, but
Yeah,
I have
good
not
band.
actually heard them.
I'm not going to
I
listen
was
to it
impressed.
now.
I mean, not metal per
No.
se, but I
You
said the
hipsters. You
hipster.
said the H word, which is just.
Well, you go to, last time I saw the Ghost show, it was all hipsters.
Well, like, look at
Hipsters are all
Coachella.
into
The reason I gave away my AC/DC tickets at Coachella is because you get these kids. Oh, what band is going to be up on stage I'm supposed to like?
You
And that's
can't
what they
avoid
do.
them. They're taking over.
They're not
taking over your
taking
life,
over.
Jasmine.
No, they're not. No,
yes,
they're
they
not.
are.
No, that's why they made ashtrays to put hipsters in when you
Hunting
burn them.
down. So did you pull up the trailer for FUBAR? If any of you haven't seen FUBAR, this is actually the second one, FUBAR 2. the trailer, balls to the wall. And after this, you'll absolutely love Canadians. Look at these guys.
In 2002, one motion picture took the world by storm, inspiring a generation. Now, in 2010, Terry and Diener are back.
Sometimes at parties you run out of beer, but that ain't gonna happen today. That's a fact. Oh, Terry!
This time,
Is our last party at our house? We're getting kicked out? What? Kind of evicted a little bit.
they're going where they've never gone before.
Tron got us jobs. We're going to Fort McMurray.
To work.
Know that we both know that we don't know what we're doing. Knowledge of non-knowledge is power.
This fall,
Get down! Hurry, you wild animal!
give her your all.
I got 2 skills, this one and this one, the pair of skills.
Just give me some epidural.
Give her your best.
See, you've been with Trace. Have you? And you? Am I seriously the only guy at this table that ain't been down that road?
Oh, you will be.
Give her the world.
So what do you want for Christmas, Chaz?
Goalie pads?
Done.
Dean's a good father in certain regards. He's never officially paid any child support.
She's gonna love this.
Just give her.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
You know the $100 rule, right? You spend more than $100 on a chick, it's your girlfriend. I think he's just jealous from what's happening between you and I here. I'm not real sorry.
He can't be all that bad. I mean, he's hilarious.
He's pretty funny, but
I mean, he's so cute when he smiles.
I don't think so. Drive around the side of the road, Terry.
Terry.
You can't talk about my girlfriend like that.
She's our girlfriend.
Can you just like turn off your bad mood button?
Don't tell me what to do!
Diener.
I was really hoping you'd have some money for us.
Kind of short on gas money. Yeah, I'd say maybe, maybe 100.
First kill! Dean, that's a house cat. You killed someone's pet.
Fubar 2.
We're wild, man. It's a wildcat.
It's got a collar and everything.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I told
Now
you.
I don't mind Canadians.
You, gotta go, you could get. I don't know if you could get on Netflix, but you got. Oh, is that a caller?
It's actually just available to watch on YouTube.
Is
It's
it?
just there for free to watch right now. So go to YouTube and just watch it.
The whole movie?
The whole movie.
You're kidding. Wow, because that
I'm
is a
not kidding.
hard to get movie. I got both of them on DVD. But
I missed out.
Yeah.
I missed out
So
on some
you
good
were
metal
going to talk
culture.
about some other movies you were.
I just think, I mean, I didn't really watch, like, those were the things I thought that pertain most to metal culture. No one's done anything similar to that since then, except you get all these documentaries. So we get the Inside Metal one, then you have A Headbanger's Journey. I'm
All of Sam
excited to
Dunn's
see
movies are
Jonas's
great.
movie, The Lords of Chaos.
That's
I
gonna
just,
be coming out. He's going to be filming that
I
in
can't
January.
wait. It's going to be the best one, I think.
Yeah.
After reading the book and everything, I just hope. I think he will do it the right way.
Oh, he'll do it justice, absolutely.
Because
He
so many
lived it.
people have done them. Like Vice tried to do something on it.
Yeah.
That's
I
like-
heard there are a bunch of people.
There are a bunch
that
of
were
hacks anyway there.
trying to do stuff. I saw. I missed the documentary, but I went to that Tower Records party, and they're doing all things much past. Speaking of hipsters, that was hipster haven there. Which is funny because I'm looking at these people. I go, do any of these people even know what Tower Records was?
Okay,
You
look,
know?
it's a passing trend, okay? Just trust me. Hipsters bear the image of a badass and a rebel when they're nothing more than middle-of-the-road, boring people, okay?
You got that, Jake?
I hear.
Are you taking notes here?
I am. How about for a metal
Jasmin
movie
speaks.
that has to do with like a movie that ancillarily has to do with metal? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, that's right,
Wild
Keanu
Stallions.
Reeves.
That's right.
Excellent.
The second one I thought was more metal, Bogus Journey.
I think Keanu Reeves is actually a metalhead, too, in real life.
He had some band called Dogstar who were absolutely a wannabe Seattle band. They were awful.
How about the movie Rockstar with Mark
Yes.
Wahlberg?
You like that?
That was a really good movie. I really liked it. I had a friend that was in that who played one of the security guys.
Oh, yeah?
Who actually
Well,
worked
Zach
with Black
Wilde
Label.
was in it. There was a lot of Jason
yeah.
Bonham.
It was a great, great movie. I like the guy that played the road crew guy. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, the British dude.
the British dude like that.
Interesting, but
Yes.
that documentary should be pretty interesting. The Tower Records one, All Things Must Pass, and it was kind of cool that they made. I mean, obviously Colin Hanks being Tom Hanks' son,
Yeah.
they had this huge budget because no documentary would have a budget to have a party to recreate Tower Records with the old sign on Sunset Boulevard. I mean, and they had the party inside, open bar. When was the last time you went to a party with open bar and free food? And then they had Eagles of Death Metal played in the parking lot, who I think are an overrated band. But
yes,
but there you go. But yeah, a lot of big documentaries coming out over the next few years. There's another, which will be a great movie called Metal Messiah, which is coming out on the Metal Rock DVD company, which is the company that does Inside Metal. And it's kind of a Spinal Tapish mockumentary on this metal guy who meets this Christian girl who tries to conform him into a born again Christian. So it's going to be out on DVD coming real soon too. Metal Messiah. So yeah, a lot of good metal movies and mostly documentaries coming out. I've been a documentary whore, just watching them like crazy on Netflix. Not just on music, but
a lot of them.
everything.
Yeah, I've been watching crime ones mostly. That intrigues me more.
Yeah, some good stuff on
Yes.
there. So,
have either of you watched Metallica Through the Never?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty dope movie, man. Like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't really get. I mean, I thought the special effects and everything were fantastic. It was unbelievable, but I just didn't get where it was going. It just kind of ended. It was like they start this, which looks like it's going to lead into this cool apocalyptic movie, and then it shows them live, and the live performance was amazing, but then it was like that's it. It's like, well, the plot was like so incomplete. It was like,
sure, I was just watching it for like the the imagery. I think the best metal thing in entertainment right now is Death Clock, like Metalocalypse. Have
Isn't
you guys
that
watched
great?
that?
Oh, many times. I met Brendan Small before.
Yeah,
It's
he's
one
a
of
nice
my
guy,
favorite
actually.
cartoons.
Gene Hoglan plays in Death Clock.
Yeah,
He's the
so does
drummer.
Mike Amott. You know what? Another one was Beavis and Butthead. But like every time I see these grown men at the gym with those black sneakers and the white socks, it's like they rip it off of Beavis and Butthead. But why would
Do you
someone
think
put?
they do purposely?
Well, would you want to go outside with black
Sure.
black sneakers?
That was what the
Why?
punks used to do, didn't they? That
No,
was like
no.
the black.
No,
what do you
it
call
looks
those?
weird. You don't wear black sneakers and white socks. It looks pedophiliac. It looks
Oh.
weird.
I got my white sneakers and white socks.
See, that is normal.
I think that sock color is an age thing. I think that every 10 years or so they switch around like the coolness. Like
Go ahead, show us your
What
purple
color socks do you
Jake.
have on,
Come
Jake?
Well, right now I have white socks and black shoes on.
See, that's because that's a Beavis and Butthead shit because you're a metalhead. That is why you have it.
So were you influenced by Beavis and Butthead? Is
Yes.
that the reason why you wear black
Yes,
shoes
yes,
and
yes,
white
yes,
socks?
Honestly, like my real inspiration in life and how I dress is pro wrestling, which is kind of metal.
They don't. Well, yeah, but exactly. But they don't wear. They wear those black boots.
Why
I
don't
don't
we
think they wear
have
white
you and
socks.
Jasmin wrestle right here? That'll get some good ratings here. Come on, you
Okay,
guys are both into wrestling.
As much as that sounds like fun, I'm afraid she'd pin me in about 3 seconds.
Why do people get afraid of me? I just don't get it.
You wrestled on the Howard Stern show live.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a fun episode.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, moving right along. So
Just 'cause I wouldn't want to. I would have a hard time like trying to hurt you and pin you down. Like I kind of feel like I'd have to in some way let you win.
you know, when you murder someone, you have to like measure the body parts to like see where you got to chop it up and everything to put it in the bag. But you always have to have a tape measure. I'm just saying. Just.
Good point.
So did you watch her wrestling? Were you around when she
I've
was
seen
like-
every second
Yeah.
of her in a ring.
yes.
There's no way
It was
that
fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't it fun getting put through? It was so much fun taking pile drivers off the top rope, going through tables. It was the best feeling in the world. I like
saw
getting
that
thrown
on-
around by 300-pound guys every weekend. It was so cool. It's like a rush you can't explain. But that was
Did
fun.
one guy like actually really hurt you though?
Yeah, I had broken ribs. It was okay though.
Yeah.
They're these things pass. It's no big deal. This is why I just have no respect for people that don't know how to deal with this shit. Like I had 18 stitches in my forehead because this guy I was dating, who was a wrestler called the Blue Meanie, headbutted me. I had to walk my ass from his house to the ER room in Philadelphia, and I don't know Philadelphia, to get 18 stitches, and I was at a signing
He
the
didn't
next
even
day.
take you over there?
Oh God, no! He's such a wuss. My God.
But that didn't happen in the ring, right?
No. We had a fight because I was making more money than him, and he got jealous that I was doing better. So that was that fight, and he headbutted me.
Well, not to put him in his place, but that was kind of a goof role that he was playing there.
No
like,
shit. You know, now these days I probably would have fucked him up, but back then I couldn't because I was working with him and it was a professional relationship. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so wrestling was a great thing. It's gotten me a lot more signings, but I think with just rebranding and careers, I would never go back to any career. That's like doing a bad con. You don't pull the same con twice. You don't do the same career twice. But the only thing I would think of again is wrestling. It was fun. You should wrestle, Bob. You could be the Armenian something.
Yeah, I do some drunken wrestling at times.
I'm sure you do.
I think I saw that you're making a wrestling appearance coming up.
Yes,
Is that
this
correct?
Sunday, I'm going to be in Las Vegas. No, it's Saturday. This Saturday for 2 hours. It's some.
Well, that's for wrestling.
Yeah, and then he has me in North Carolina, and he has me some appearances next year. But yes, this year will be for a couple hours in Vegas. I'm signing. It's like a
Why don't
sports
you
card
give those dates
membership.
out for people to come check you out?
Jake, do you have the information?
I'll pull it. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's really cool because I love doing personal appearances. For a while, I was.
You're going to talk about the Inside Metal show?
You know it.
All right.
I know I'll be hosting one of those, right?
Yeah,
Right? Because you
absolutely.
need someone that could talk to people.
Yes. So any callers, or where's all our callers? Do we have the phone lines? Let's open the
They
phone
got
lines
scared.
back up.
They got scared.
855-878-4652.
I heard you have some psycho in here talking about how you measure people's body parts to cut them up the right way.
That's normal.
I
Coming
know.
from
Like
you,
for
that's
me, it's normal.
Did you like that Lamb of God documentary?
I feel really bad for Randy though. Still, I mean, to get locked up in a Czech prison, that must.
You know what? That guy's a drama queen. I'm sorry, man, but he's the biggest drama queen I've ever seen.
Do you like them live? I like. You know who likes?
You know
Lemon
what? I
Squad?
mean,
Michael Hall does. Dexter, Michael C. Hall. I saw him at a show once. Michael Hall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's, they're great musicians. Don't get me wrong; they're fantastic musicians. And I was out on the Gigantor. I saw them several times, and they perform live. But I just think they do stuff every other. They kind of like a poor version of Pantera to me. And a poor. I mean, everything I've seen them do, it's like seems it's been done before. They're not really doing anything different, but people love them. One says they're the next, the next wave, but I just don't really see them.
He's a great front man. We should do one episode and just hot women in metal. So you go through all the talented ones, not the little groupie girls out there with the little YouTube
And you'll
stations.
be number one.
No,
Miss
I wouldn't.
St.
I'm talking about the
Clair.
ones that sing and play instruments. You know who we should get on the show is Carla from Butcher Babies. I love Carla.
Yeah?
She's hot.
All right, well,
Whenever we get hot girls on the show,
give her a
I get
call.
happy.
Okay. Did you find the dates yet there, Jake? Oh, there
It's
it
this.
is.
Oh, that's me. Oh, look, it's
Oh,
me. How
look it.
cool. Okay, so it's this Saturday. No, yeah, this Saturday from 1 till 3 o'clock. I'll be there in Las Vegas at the Gallery at Sunset. So it'll be a sports and collectibles show. Yeah, I look forward to meeting people.
So anyone going to be in Vegas that weekend? What hotel is it again? The Gal?
It's a Galleria. I guess it's a mall because
Oh.
there's a big sports card show there. I've done those before.
There you go.
And
pretty
anybody
interesting.
on the East Coast can catch you next month at
In North Carolina.
Oh.
Cool. Ooh. Meow. Yeah, that's
WrestleCade.
at the WrestleCade in North Carolina. I'll be there for 2 days. Or is it 1 day? I don't know how many days I'm signing for. I think it's 1 day. I'm just signing 1 day. On Saturday, it's going to be a lot of fun. But when I do the appearances, I just do them for a few hours and I just leave because it gets to be overwhelming.
Yeah. No LA appearances?
Not yet. I mean, if someone wants to book me, they can. So maybe.
Well, there you go. Well, Jasmine, this is your show. What else did you want to talk about here? It's all about Miss St. Clair.
Is it? Jesus Christ, I feel so honored. Now, we're going to get some more guests
You look
on
like
the
a
show.
total hippie chick with a peace sign in back of you and the Pink
A
Floyd
peace sign?
poster. She didn't even notice this whole time.
Dude, I
Jake.
walk into a church and the fucking church burns down. I pray and it burns. Just things happen. Like demons come out or something. Other than that, I just hope that there's some more shows coming up soon and like a better metal venue because this is getting to be
I want to
pathetic.
know what shows Jake has seen lately.
Yeah, Jake, what have you seen?
Come
Live
on.
shows.
Okay, so I actually have
Metal
seen
or
some live
not?
shows. I just went to this pretty cool concert called Culture Clash, and they brought out all these metal bands from all over the world. So we got people from Venezuela and Peru, and I saw the Latin American headlining set. Badass group called Diamante Electrico. It was these 3 dudes from Peru who tore it down. I mean, it was really just powerful headbanging music. That was
Where was
really,
this
really
at?
good.
I didn't even hear about
this. Was at the Swing House over in Atwater Village.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, so that was a great show. And then I saw a whole bunch of great shows this summer. I got to go see Jason Bonham Experience. I don't know if you guys were into Zeppelin at all.
How was that?
So I will never miss it.
Chaz West singing with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will never miss
Robert Plant really well.
It was about the best cover band I've ever seen in my life.
Zeppelin thing. I've seen Led Zeppelin 2, and they were good, but everyone says the Experience is probably the best.
I also got to see Kid Rock this summer.
Ugh, God.
It was one of the best people watching events I've ever seen in my entire life. Music, I didn't sit in my seat for the music. The music was terrible, but the actual people walking around, there was a dad making out with his daughter.
What?
I mean, yes, this was a fucked up place.
Are you sure it was his daughter?
Her shirt said.
Are you sure it wasn't his sugar baby or something?
No, her shirt said "Daddy's little slut."
It's because it was a sugar daddy. It's not her dad. Trust me.
I don't know.
It's a Kid Rock show. I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, me either, man.
True.
Every one of his shirts. Every one of his shirts was like "fuck you" and eat shit. Like there wasn't one of them that you could buy and give to anybody you respected.
Was that at Irvine Meadows?
This was out in Glen Helen.
Okay, Glen Helen. Yeah, that's
kind of a weird
worse.
area too.
Yeah.
There's some major inbreeding going on, I think.
Absolutely. I do like the fact that he doesn't have his tickets more than $20. Is that right?
Yeah,
Jake?
and every beer was $4.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Those are really
you gotta
cool
respect that.
Better than Ozfest, where it was like $10 for a freaking lemonade.
Oh yeah,
and it tasted like piss water.
And the official shirt for the event was $10.
Oh,
really?
cool.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
even though I'm not a big Kid Rock fan, I totally respect the hell out of that and him keeping the prices low on.
I really went for the
and
opening
all bands.
act.
I don't know why all bands can't do that. You know? I mean, they'll still make. He's obviously making money.
Well, metal bands it's hard.
Opening act Foreigner.
Oh, I love
really?
Foreigner.
Shit, that is a killer catalog.
That is an odd bill, though. Foreigner with Kid Rock.
Yeah, so they were great. Kid Rock was garbage.
Was Mick Jones even there? I hear.
No.
So it wasn't even. It was no original members. Of
I
Foreigner.
know.
That's it. Yeah.
That really sucks.
That's kind of a joke.
They're just licensing out their songs to some dudes now.
Of course. I mean, I got to say, Kelly Hansen does a great Lou Gramm, but it's Kelly Hansen.
So.
Yeah.
Wrapping up the show soon.
So are we going to do one more break, you said?
No, we're just going to skip it.
I think we should pimp our social media because we're just that awesome.
Well, go ahead. We're just about winding down here. I'm sorry, I've just been lackluster.
It's
no
fun.
energy. It was because you guys cock-blocked me on my Armenian folktales.
We didn't because no one, whatever.
All right, go ahead. Give out your social media there, Jasmin St. Clair.
Jasmin doesn't have an E. So it's twitter.com/Jasmin St. Clair.
Claire has an E.
Yes. And then also on Facebook, it's just Jasmin St. Clair. Then I have one official fan page, and my other Facebook page was just oh, that's me. Oh, look.
Look at that. As I say, is that a
fan page? That's me. That's my Twitter page. Ooh, and then, then my website is just officialjasminstclair.com. It's still being built. I've got to get a web designer. So if anyone knows anyone that's really good, really good, I need that.
There you go. Yeah. And Jake?
Jake, you can find me at Jake Belcher GTA on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The GTA is for my show, Grand Theft Audio, which you can find here on Radio Titan starting up on Tuesdays next week.
Oh, so are you going to have us on as a guest on your show?
I'm going to totally hit Jasmin up.
Oh, Jasmin.
Sorry, Bob.
Oh, man. Again, I get no respect. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield.
Or Rodney King.
Rodney King. He's dead, isn't he?
That was sad. Oh, yeah, no, my Instagram is The Real Jasmin St. Clair.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. My Facebook, my name, Bob Nalbandian, LA. Inside LA Metal documentary Facebook page. I got to give props out to my boy Carl, who's done an excellent job. My editor for the movie, one of my editors, and he runs that Facebook page. So check that out. We also got metalrockfilms.com, and I'm also on Twitter, thanks to Jasmin St. Clair. She got me. I just kind of got on it. I don't follow it much, but hey, if you want to message me, I'll probably get back to you 7 weeks later. So we do have an Inside Metal on Twitter and on Shockwave's page, my podcast on Twitter too. So check it out. And Inside Metal DVD series, LA Metal Scene Explodes, coming November to a theater maybe a theater near you. I don't know if we'll do a full theater run this time, but thank you, Jake, for being a part of this show.
Jake! All right.
And it was good for just not even a put together show at all. We were gonna have some guests, but Sepultura couldn't make it. So
Judas Priest, yes.
Yes.
I still want to wear Rob Halford's skin. Okay.
But next week, Holy Grail and
Ex Mortis.
Ex Mortis. So tune TradioV Inside Metal Show.
Yeah. All right.
You are watching TradioV, Radio and TV.